Okay, what am I doing this early, getting my room ready, showering, all this stuff, early morning on a Saturday? Aren't I supposed to be resting? Well, it's gonna be a pretty busy day for me today, so I'm gonna try and get everything that I need to get done around the house done early so that I can spend the rest of my day working on these two other things. So I've got for school an annotated bibliography that I have not started yet for my junior thesis, so that's the first thing I'm gonna try and get done. And then the second thing I'm gonna try and get done is 3 portrait paintings that I'm making for Mother's Day. So let's start out with our annotated bibliography because that is more pressing. Essentially what my junior thesis is, my research question that I'm trying to figure out, why do people hate modern art? Like, why is there so much stigma and hate around it? And so I have to find 5 sources discussing like different aspects of why I believe that people hate modern art. I'm gonna be looking for the different things that go along with that topic. Okay, I think I just found like the weirdest article hating on modern art maybe ever. So I click on it, it's called Admit It, You Really Hate Modern Art, and that already just got me invested. I was like, okay, well I actually don't, but tell me why I do. So I'm scrolling down and I'm reading, and I can kind of see the argument he's making until I start to read him talk about Lord of the Flies, and this he just goes completely on a tangent. And at the end of this paragraph, he starts talking about, by inflicting sufficient ugliness on us, many modern artists believe that they will wear down our capacity to see the beauty. That is, I think, the point of putting dead animals into glass cases or tanks of formaldehyde. But I am open-minded. There might be some value to this artistic technique after all. If Damien Hirst were to undertake a self-portrait in formaldehyde, I would be the first to subscribe to a commission. So I thought that was a little weird. You know, he was talking about like dead animals, and then he said, okay, well, if this person put themselves in formaldehyde, I'd pay to see it. So I feel like I'd heard the name Damien Hirst before, and I looked it up, and yeah, it's this artist who actually did make a artwork called The Physical Impossibility of Imagining Someone Dead. I don't remember what it's called. It's like the physical impossibility of death in the mind of someone alive. And he did this with cows, he did it with a shark or zebra. Damien Hirst is just known for doing like formaldehyde preservation of animals. So this guy is saying if this guy died and preserved himself, I would go see it. And that is where I started to think, okay, this guy's a little extreme. He just called a modern artist worthy of death. So I kept reading, obviously. And then he began the second paragraph after that by saying, you have your heart so set on being creative because you want to worship yourself, your children, or some pretentious imposter rather than the God of the Bible. So that was kind of intimidating to me because I consider myself a person who would like to be creative. I think I am somewhat creative to an extent. So I actually do not consider myself worthy of worship. I hope you guys don't worship me. And then he ends this paragraph with, to demand the attribute of creativity for every human being is the same as saying that everyone should be a little god. So, sorry guys, if you want to be creative, you actually got to be a god. So, there's that. I just thought this article was kind of insane for the most part by first telling this modern artist to die and preserve themselves in formaldehyde and that he would actually pay to see it. And then he goes on to say that if you're creative at all, if you pursue being creative, you should stop and just worship God and not even try to be creative and just submit, which I thought was a really interesting take by him. just like that, we are done with the annotated bibliography. It really didn't take me that long, save like a lunch break I took in the middle. It was pretty easy overall. So now let's start on the second task of today. All right. This is the goal. It's a self-portrait I made like 3 or 4 months ago. It's like kind of cubist, whatever abstract term you want to call it. But my mom really, really liked it. And so for Mother's Day, I think that I will make a portrait of her just as a gift. Because she liked the one of me so much. I figured we could be matching in that way sort of as well. And I'm on the floor because I don't want to get paint on my desk. After a long, long while, I finally finished it. So here's the original, the style that I was trying to capture, right? And I went for an orange color scheme on this one. And here's what it looks like. Someone's at my door. You want to come in? No? Okay. Yeah, so anyways, sorry about that. That was my cat. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I feel like I didn't really like abstract my mom or distort her features as much as I did in the first one, which I think I should have done more, but like other than that, I think it looks pretty fine. I think she'll like it. So that's everything that I wanted to get done today. It's like 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna be going to bed shortly. That's everything I have for today's vlog, guys. Thank you for sticking through and watching. Goodbye.